And as for the Supernova, we got quarter skins. I was just looking at this one. It looks decent, but it's going to take a lot of blocking. Like, I don't know if you can see a little up ding there. And there's a down ding right in here. And then if you look down, way down in here, you can see it's ripply somewhat. There's a couple little dingies, out dingies. Not too bad. Heavy primer. Probably the worst is this is stamped odd. I don't know if you can look at the light and see how the shades, see it's dished, slightly dished. And then there's a thing here. Can you see that? The plan is going to be to probably trim it up in here somewhere. And this does not have the holes, so I might go around and keep the holes since they're decent. I don't know how it's going to fit other than that. But that's this side here. So I'm going to cut it up through here, kind of fat. And definitely kind of fat through here, so we can trim later more if I need to. And then somewhere around in here, you know, that this is perfect as far as not being stamped too low, like the skin. And then there's these 3 holes, and this is pretty straight through here. So I'm thinking I might just go right through here. The back here is fine. And really, all this isn't too bad either. It's good to here-ish, with the exception of all of this. So, what do you leave? It's going to be interesting, and I haven't done before. But, you know, I'll trim the skin too big. It'll lay on top of this after this is all cut out. But before, I'm getting ahead of myself there, before we do anything, we're going to clean up all of this super good and treat it and 415 it, etc. Everything behind there. I want to make sure this doesn't happen for a while, so long as it's taken care of. But as I was saying, skin will lay on top is the plan, and I'll use like some self tappers to get it good and flush, tight to it. The bottom, I'll just kind of massage in there, and you know, it'll be tight up here, and this will be the focus point, and then we'll wrap it in and tie it down. But once that's overlapped, then like in between the screws, I'll cut a little bit and then weld. Cut a little more, then weld that up, pushing the skin in flush, you know, making sure that the new skin and that there will be perfectly flush as I go along, cut and weld, and then after it's all welded or tacked in there anyway, pull the screws out, and there will be a piece where it overlapped with this metal that will just, after you unscrew it, so long as it's not welded back to the skin, but I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, that strip will come out. So that's the plan for replacing the quarters, and then I've got to piece these together. And fenders, which way? Oh, this piece here, it's got this shape, right? So that matches the door, obviously. When the door matches, well, point is, I'm going to use as much of that as I can to patch the fenders on both sides, maybe. I know on that quarter over there, that's all dented, this part. Okay, but then first stop is I have to try to get all of this back in, packed together. So I clamped it. I clamped it to bring the two together, the right position. I'll tack that there and just do the same across the whole thing, and then weld that all up, get rid of all of this rust as smooth as possible, and treat it and seal it. Get these edges cleaned up on both sides, and just set this guy in there. Maybe tack it a spot or two. So, but I don't want to zip it up until I know what I'm doing with the quarters. At the same time, I'm going to put the trunk lid back on so I know that when things come together, that they're lined up perfectly as best possible anyway. All right, so start working on that weld. Whoa, right through. Wow. Well, I just want to get it tacked so that I can run the grinder through here and get rid of that's not going to stay. I just wanted it stable before I did that. I need it to stay right there. Not there. I can't. No, it didn't. Just, I thought I had the wire right, but maybe this is pointless without cleaning it up. Let's go. Oh, there's the crazy trunk springs. Pinched me. There we go. I don't know. Let me turn down the welder's notch. I'm not a welder. Much better. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, don't do that. I'm not quite long enough. And I just end up pushing this into that. And I don't really want that. Probably not a big deal, but I want it right than what I'm doing. Oh, falling over. All right, well, that'll keep it stable enough to clean up. I'm just trying to remove any of the real thin stuff from getting it out. See, I should put that together. Can I clamp it? Just a little bit. Oh, I should probably have the welder. Ah, man, I need 3 hands. Or more smartness. Oh yeah. Yep. Like that. So yeah, the rest of these, I don't know yet. Should put a piece in there. Can't see. I'm like doing surgery. I just want to clean that lip up so it's easier to weld to. I think that's not bad. Annoying. All right, well, I'm going to do that all the way across. Come on. Up against those silly springs again. Okay, now I'm going to slice it here and weld it and hold it. I think I'll get the cutoff wheel though. Shazam! There we go. Yeah, buddy. How hot? Okay, let me clean that out with the grinder. I'll show you. Yep. You might ask, why such fuss for something that's going to be covered up with that pan? It's a good question. So I'm not going to do any better than that. I'm just going to seam seal it or treat it good after grinding a little bit more. And then seam seal it. Put the cap on. I'll bring you back when it's all done like this anyway, and maybe further. Okay, while you were not looking, I went ahead and finished that up a bit. Just needs to be ground. I thought I'd give you a good pass over. Check out those awesome welds. So just to point out that I tried to close all the holes just because. So now I'll grind this all down and get rid of this rust best I can and treat it, and then I'll show you that. Okay, I thought I heard somebody say they wanted to see sparks. So I'm going to record it. Some of it. Oh, I got to plug that in. Used to the cordless. All right. Same view as me. I think that's good enough. It'll be seam sealed, ideally. Another quick pass. All right, so I'm going to clean up this rust. I noticed while I was trying to clean up leftovers from in there that some pretty good. I don't need to be patched, is what I'm trying to say. The other side's got a hole, which I think I can weld up. I'll have to cut a little patch in there. Letting you know. Quick update after cutting this chunk here out. I decided to test fit this goodie, and it goes in there pretty good. I had to trim a teeny bit there, and it doesn't quite line up, but I think definitely can massage it into place and weld it, get it flush, good and flush. So it goes down there. It's kind of funny in this area. It doesn't. I'm gonna have to fill that This side fits a little better. Already nice and flush. Still got that little problem now. I had to trim a little off of that one too, and also have some gaplosis there. Other than that, she fits pretty good. So I'll have to spot weld it here, and where I welded all that up, which was a really good idea now that I think about it. Had to be done. And then spot weld somehow in there after clamping it good. Alright, well, I think that's good enough test fit. I still need, that's where I was going with cleaning that up, and I got sidetracked. So I've been thinking with this pan for quite a while, and check this fit. That's just laying in there by itself. Little massaging yet to do, of course, but it's not even tacked. Almost perfectly flush. So it's going all right as far as this pan goes. Still have to take care of the rust though. Keep getting. This is that little piece I put in there. Going to require just a little bit of filler to rebuild this body line on over to here. But I got some. All right. Over and out.